Hello, it's Where's Babs, Barbara Talisman, with the Wanderlust Chronicles with Rhonda and Mick sharing their knowledge about traveling as nomads for the last 6 months and sharing all their advice with us. Enjoy the episode. Before we end, I would ask you, what advice or what is your biggest learning that you'd like to share with our listeners about the traveling life? I just call it leaving sort of land behind, and not physically this cruise, but just the normal apartment, condo, home, whatever you have. Like people ask me, where do you live? And I said, well, technically in the United States, but I don't have a permanent home anymore.
Yeah.
And some people freak out by that. Others don't.
Yeah.
The big thing I've heard is, like, I've said to people what I do now with my life.
Yes.
And they say, oh, I'd love to do that. I said, well, do it.
What's stopping you? Right.
What's stopping you? Yeah. It's like, oh, I've got to keep working. Why? Think about it. I'm debt-free, and essentially after I sold my place.
Well, that's an important thing about being debt-free.
But it's taking that big step, that big leap of faith, and believing that it can be done.
Oh, that was going to be one of my two. The
leap of faith.
Leap of faith.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's been well worth doing that for us. It has worked for us, and it's something that we both wanted to do.
And you don't look back now.
The next thing you've got to, I always feel is important on this way of living your life. Be flexible. It doesn't go to plan. You have your hopes. We had an amazing plan of how we were going to get back last year before we bought the cruise that, the previous cruise that, we'd organised. And I really wanted to go inland to see certain areas, parts of Australia. We couldn't because we'd had all the flooding, unfortunately. Roads were damaged and that. Yeah. And you just got to come to terms with it and be flexible. But flexible on everything. Yeah. Flexible on running out of gas when because you're new at it. Or the understanding of how to function, how the toilet system works in the caravan. And we've got stories to say about that as well.
There, but it's not.
You just got to be flexible because really, at the end of the day, it comes down to don't sweat it. Yeah. Are you healthy? Are you all right? Are you safe? You brought no harm to anybody
the basics
else.
Of life.
Just trust, and that's what brings it to that leap of faith. So, being flexible. And it's okay to live on tin food every now and then for a little while till you get to that fresh fruit and the fresh markets.
But the other thing is, you've left this. Well, you're doing your work and it's great because it's flexible,
yes.
right? Like you don't have to be in an office, and so I think COVID taught us that we don't have to work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday or Saturday, whatever it is. So now you have to sort of get out of the mindset of that's what I'm doing every day. But you don't have to do that every day or live that way every day.
Even the word "have to" is so burdening. It has such a weight on it, such a weight that it becomes an obligation.
I work when I want to now, and I'm not fully retired because I don't have enough money to do that, but I'll work when I need to. And I've got a truck licence, I've got a forklift driver licence, so I can get a job anywhere. I'm a qualified chef, so, I can work anywhere. And it's just taking that leap of faith again, using the skills you got to do other.
And I think the other part of that is you have these true skills. And I think if people look at other things that they can do besides what they've been doing behind a desk, they have other skills.
They have,
And all these young people, mostly young people, but they're creeping up in age, these creators online who are creating stuff, whether it's Etsy or creating money or creating information and education, whatever they're doing. So we have a different way of living in this economy that we have. And it's just, I say...
Think outside of the box.
Well, I say leap and a net will appear. And that's Charles Burroughs. And it's true. So, it's being flexible. Things come as they come. Not, totally the water off the duck's back. Stuff's going to happen. And you're just going to have to deal with it. And you're going to decide whether you're going to live with it in your heart or just let it go. Just
absolutely.
It's like, fine,
See,
whatever.
For me, and I've shared it with Mick over the time, is walk the path and it will appear for you.
Right.
Walk the path.
Right.
So if you want to get to that place and you're not sure about the income that needs to be coming in, there are lots of groups that you can join, traveling with a dog, for example, for us. Working on the road is a really good one. Yeah. Well, thanks again for listening. This was the last episode we taped with Rhonda and Mick before they left me in LA, and I waved them goodbye. But we'll be friends for a long time, and we'll be staying in touch.
I hope you enjoyed their episodes and all that they shared with us about being full-time nomads. Be sure to check out my blog, where'sbabs.com, as well as the YouTube channel, Where's Babs. Appreciate you listening, sharing, and leaving us your comments and thoughts.